First of all, it was such a pleasure being part of LegalTalk Africa 2025.
We are at a stage where FICA is more important than ever. Why is that? Because we're seeing a 400% increase in identity theft. There's 120 billion rand that gets laundered through South Africa every single year. And the reality is law firms are at the front lines of fighting financial crime. Like it or not, they are. And if they take this responsibility, how do they make it efficient? How do they make sure they comply with the regulations, but do it as efficiently as possible? And that's where technology comes in.
I think that's a question that's foremost in most practitioners' minds, really, is my job at risk, or which portions of my job are at risk?
We have to remember that we are the product at the end of the day. The world that we live in is basically an attention economy, and everybody wants your attention, and to mine that, they need to get your data. So we have to build legislation to protect ourselves. We have to be aware of what's happening in the world.
Drum that I've always beat is that the attorney is the generator of documents, he's the generator of argument, and he is ultimately the author of that document and the author or the thinker behind that creative argument. And I do believe that these AI tools at the moment are generative based on things that have already happened, whereas the key thing about lawyering is there's a large portion of creativity behind it.
Integration is so important. People use different technologies in their practice, and integration has become so important to make sure there's no duplication of work. So in our case, for instance, Encino integrates with AJS. It's a seamless experience, less work for the practitioner, and the customer doesn't have to provide information twice. That's some of the trends we're seeing at the moment.
People are just adding just a simple practice management system just to manage your time. It's already a game changer because now they can build better. They can function much more easier. They can communicate better within a team structure. It just helps a law firm just to function far more better.
What I've always said, if two lawyers agree, the one wasn't thinking. And remember that the basis of litigation is debate and legal issue. And these AI models thus far are averaging everything out into, the average. And I do believe that lawyers, in order to remain relevant, you have to adopt the AI, because those who don't will be left behind. But you have to kind of rise above it and still be sure that you're curious enough in your own mind, not just to rely on the AI. You have to immerse yourself in what you do and don't rely on the AI for that immersion.
And the proof is in the pudding. Come and see us at the next Legal Tech Talk Show, and see you next year.